Hello, my name is Cynthia Caron. I'm a professor of international development and social change at Clark University, and I also provide technical assistance on land tenure and property rights programming to USAID through a collaboration with the Cloudburst Consulting Group. Welcome to today's module, which is on land tenure and property rights programming, post-disaster management, and disaster risk reduction. If you and I are spending time together today, I want to congratulate you because you are almost through the entire course. And by now, you're rather familiar with our format. As you know, today, most of the practices and principles will be grounded in case studies. So some of the examples that I'll be sharing today about post-disaster management and disaster risk reduction come from Haiti, but also there'll be several examples from Sri Lanka. And I wanted to bring that up because from 2003 until 2009, I served as a resettlement program manager for post-conflict and post-tsunami reconstruction. And to be frank and honest with you, I don't think I understood the importance or the nuance of land tenure and property rights programming until I found myself in a situation where I had to help individual families get access to compensation so they could build their homes and rebuild their livelihoods following the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami. So I'm going to share some of those concrete challenges that I faced as a program manager as part of today's lecture. So what are the kinds of questions that we're going to answer today in this module? First, we're going to answer the question, what are the land tenure and property rights challenges in post-disaster reconstruction? 2, how can attention to land tenure and property rights improve post-disaster reconstruction? 3, what are some of the ways to incorporate LTPR programming into disaster risk reduction measures? And then finally, what are the best approaches to strengthen government and community-based institutions in land tenure issues related to post-disaster management and disaster risk reduction? I want to mention now that all of these questions will be answered through the concept or the perspective of thinking about resiliency. So especially this last question about strengthening institutions, both government institutions and community-based institutions, we will be really exploring the role that resiliency plays and the importance to think about land tenure programming in the context of building resilient communities. Today's outline, I have 4 major sections happening in today's lecture. First, we will focus on what is disaster-induced displacement and why do we have this need to focus on natural disasters. 2, we'll then move into some case studies on post-disaster reconstruction that specifically focuses on cases from Haiti and Sri Lanka. We'll then move into a section where we focus on disaster risk reduction measures, where we will look at cases from Bangladesh and West Africa. And then finally, I'll conclude today bringing back some of the main points that I'd like you to take away from today's lecture.